Hey, so are you using your gift, the gift that God got you, that gave you, the gift that God gave you? Yeah, God got you too. Are you using that gift? That's a personal question that you gotta answer. I have to answer to that too. And it's interesting because Exodus 31 is beautiful. It shares how basically God appointed these two individuals and other artisans to bringing an idea to life. And it's interesting because he could have told Moses to do it, but he didn't. Moses had his own assignment. And it shows how multiple people working together and everybody has their own skill, and how when they come together you can create something beautiful. So Exodus 31 opens with, "Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, See, I have called by my name Bezalel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, and I have filled him with the Spirit of God in wisdom and understanding and knowledge and in all manner of workmanship, to design artistic works, to work in gold and silver and bronze, in cutting jewels, for setting and carving woods, and to work in all manner of workmanship." Like, wow. So what is it that you make, that you create? What is that you are, that is part of your skill that you're looking at like, oh, it's nothing. Oh, I'm not the leader. I'm not the owner. I'm not this. I'm not that. When your skill, what you have, that God given, like that. And it's interesting because I use these words interchangeably. So you'll have a skill, right, that you have developed. You'll have a natural gift, something that is just you. Maybe you're really good at speaking, but then you turn that into a skill of copywriting, or you now become like some type of journalist and you actually go into a higher level degree in it. There's different levels to this. But what I'm saying is, regardless of what your educational background is, regardless, God has given each one of us a gift. And in this one, he's talking about, different artists and how he's gifted them with this ability to make these different items to then go into the tabernacle. And it's so beautiful to just read this, because oftentimes we can just discount what we do and say it doesn't matter. And it does. It does matter. So excuse me, I'm going to try to pronounce these right. I'm still working on that. If you know how to pronounce them, put them in the comments. But anyway, God, have appointed with him Aoliab. Okay, well, go to, you work it out. Go to Exodus 31:6, the son of Ashima, and of the tribe of Dan, and I have gifted artisans that they may make all that I have commanded you. So we talked about these two individuals, and then also artisans. They're gonna work with them to build what God commanded them to. It also reminds me of what have I not done that God told me to do. Right? And I need to get still and clear on that, because there's some things that God is moving me towards, and I have to complete what God told me to do, right? I love my daughter. Okay, I love saying it. My daughter. My daughter. Okay, so the tabernacle of meeting, the ark of the testimony, the mercy seats that is on it, and all the furniture of the tabernacle. I mean, God is telling them everything that they need to make, right? And the table and its utensils, the pure gold lampstands with all the utensils, the altar of incense, the altar of burnt offerings with all its utensils, and the laver and its base, the garments of ministries. Okay, shout out to seamstress, to those who know how to sew, the holy garments for Aaron, the priest, and the garments for his sons, the ministers as the priests. So I mean, like, this is literally breaking down, like, I'm seeing a whole business plan unfold, and then the idea become reality, and God appointing who makes what, and giving them the telling. He could have said Moses, but no, Moses got his own thing he need to be doing. So you are needed. You matter with your skill. Yes, love. She might say, "Mama, mama." Oh. So go to Exodus 31, read it. I am a vessel. I'm coming on here just to remind you, you do what you do with it, but remind you, like, are you using your gifts? Are you using it to glorify God? Are you using it? Don't discount it. Pull it back out if you're not using it. Dust it off. But know that God's got you. You've already been appointed for this. Like, you've already been appointed. You have those instructions. And the anointing oil and the sweet incense for the holy place, according to all that I have commanded you, they shall do. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak. Also, he talks about observing the holy day. And so that for me is like having the faith to know that you're in the middle of bringing these ideas to life. You're in the middle of all of this. Rest. Show me that you trust and believe in me. That you have the faith to rest. That you rest. And also, God is using the blueprint created in 6 days. He rested on the seventh day, using that as a blueprint. So, and they worked. I mean, the amount of stuff they was creating, the level of detail in gold and silver and bronze, and this is the first time it talks about this. So, like to have this level of skill, and God appointed them to do this. What has God appointed you to do? What has God appointed you to do? You got to answer that. And she's almost saying mama. What is that? Know that God's got you and nothing is too little. Again, he could have told Moses to do it, but he didn't. Moses got the stuff Moses got to do. But you got your thing that you got to do. And it's regardless, like with me, I work on proposals and pitches and sponsorship decks and things like that, right? And yes, on that paperwork, you put your competition on there, right? We know our competition when it comes to the paperwork and in the business sense. But when it comes to God give you a talent and something that you can do, there's no competition besides you competing with yourself and your mind. So renewing your mind, renewing that every day. Because I know I get it. Sometimes we can be around different individuals that tell us that we're not good enough. Especially when you are in the business world and you're submitting and you're getting a lot of no's, you're in the middle. Everybody's in the middle right now. Everybody in some capacity is in the middle. And so when you're going through different things, it can make you be like, man, am I good enough? Can I do this? And I'll start making you go to Exodus 31. Okay? You feel like you don't, where is God leading me? God already gave you instructions. So oftentimes, instead of trying to look for the new instructions, it's just going back. I have to tell myself this. I'm not talking just to you. I'm looking at me. I don't know who's listening to this, but I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And so my mission is to help as many people as I can while I'm here on this earth move boldly on their goals and dreams that are God-given ones, that God has anointed them, appointed them, approved, already put the stamp of approval on it for you to do. So whether you bake a cake, bake them cakes. You like, oh, I see myself with this big building and I'm this major chef and I have all these different restaurants all over the world. Start baking the cake. You will have it. You don't have to jump to step F or D. We don't know what that step is for us. But if you get started now in the capacity that you can't right now, trust and believe God is going to multiply it. Get excited. I'm excited. I say that in the middle of now going back into fundraising, hearing people tell me no all the time. And I'm not being over exaggerating. I didn't even, it was a grant that was due a couple, I didn't even do it. Not because I was nervous or scared and, they had already denied it. It was just like, you know what? God gave me specific instructions that I know God told me to do. And I hadn't did it already with another proposal and plan I needed to do. So I worked on that. I strengthened that, put my energy there. And then I connected with some other leaders. And, so it's not like it stopped. It just says, what does my focus need to be? Right. And so, and if it's meant to be, it'll come back around. And the category I initially signed up for, they took away. So the other categories, it was like a big stretch. And I'm like, I'm not trying to fit in nowhere. I'm not trying to just fit. It's got to flow. Right. And that's where my energy needs to be. So where do you flow best? Again, if you are an amazing speaker and you're like, man, I want to book stages. Get on YouTube. Start speaking. YouTube is Google searchable. So go ahead and do that. And if you want to go on YouTube, I'm not YouTube, Instagram and Facebook, know the reason why, because it has a specific audience and a specific reach. So know that reason too. Maybe you are connected with more of your ideal target market over there. You got to do that research. But definitely come on YouTube and start speaking. Start speaking. Practicing to get ready for you to speak on stages all over the world. And also from Zoom. It's been interesting because a lot of my transactions this year has been from Zoom. And I love it because I help other leaders who have like this offer idea. I help them run the behind the scenes on Zoom or in person of a live event so they can sell their offers and things. So anyway, you got this. And I always say you got this. Why? Because God's got you. God's already giving you a gift. So what are you going to do today to move boldly in that? Because that's your solution right now. That's your solution. You're looking for something else when it's right there in your house. It's in your house. It's in your house. Get excited. You don't have to go try to kick no door down. You don't have to go try to fit in with nobody else. You don't have to go try to, spend all your time away from your kids. You don't have to go do that. What you have is in your house. And I'm looking at myself. I'm telling myself that what you have is in your house. Get excited. All right, go to Exodus 31. And the Lord spoke to Moses saying, he gave him instructions. So what is the Lord telling you to do? What's God already told you to do? Go do it. You already got the skill. Now people just got to be able to know how to find you. And you got to be present where you know they are too. So they know that you offer that service, that you have that skill, that you offer that product, that you make those cakes, that you film these videos, that you do X, Y, Z. You fill in the blank. So that they know who you are, so they can purchase your services. And do it for the glory of God, right? And I get it. It's interesting. Because not everybody's going to understand it. But God does. And that's what matters. And you will make the impact. You will make the impact that you seek to do in God's will. So, all right, I'm getting off. My baby's getting even more excited. And remember, you got this. Why do you got this? Because you can't do it by yourself. God's got you. God's got you. That's why you got this. So move boldly. Move boldly. I do have an MBA, but my education in real life, working on stuff, is what helps me. So yes, I got that. But if you I don't have the education, but I have this skill, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You got the skill. You can do it. And you type of person that another pandemic come around, you'll be the one that knows how to survive because you have sharpened that. You've sharpened that. And you can quickly activate it or already have it going. So anyway, I can go on and on and on about this because I am so passionate in helping more people move boldly on their goals and dreams. Next time, if you like this, please subscribe. That way you'll get a notification when I come online. And I do my best to come all throughout the week. Pretty much, I'm doing my best to do daily, but definitely all throughout the week, I'll come on here. And I'm on a mission. So I am excited to do that work for God, to help others move boldly on their goals and dreams. And their God-given ones. Because you know. Don't be scared. Again, you got it because God's got you. I'm Denisha, creative strategist, and just on a mission to help people move boldly with their goals and dreams. All right, talk to you soon.